Greetings, my beautiful people. So, I'm here. Um, I swear time goes by so quickly. It goes by extremely fast. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. So, I am back. I kind of never went anywhere, but I haven't posted in a while because I've been like putting energy into other things. So, but I'll start being more frequent here, and sometimes I may post what I have on here on my YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe to that because I'm revamping that back up, and that'll be mostly like presentations, my art and creativity and things like that. So I'm not expecting for everybody to want to see the creativity and things like that, but I do have some spiritual things and spiritual presentations that I'll be doing. So what this segment is going to be about is, of course, you see the title, Go With What Speaks to Your Soul. But first, I want to talk about this little R. Kelly thing. This whole thing is bullshit. I feel like R. Kelly is not the only child predator that's out there, but it seems like it's the only one that they are showing on television. I'm pretty sure this is a part of a bigger plan. I'm pretty sure this is part of something that, as always, they have a secret agenda that they're trying to go by, and I just don't understand why everybody's case is not being televised as much as his is. It's kind of like, at this point, I'm starting to think that they just have black people around here just for projects. We the only ones they sick in the project. That's what I'm starting to think, because where's all these other people that freaking had warrants out for their arrest? We saw celebrities with ankle bracelets on. We ain't seeing no court case with them. We not seeing them court cases. Did we see the court case with Jeffrey Epstein? Like, they said that nigga ain't even dead. But let's just go into what, because this will stress me out. That's why I have to step back from it, because it would seriously stress me out. Okay. So I want to talk about, So I wanted to talk about Excuse the Kids. School time is over for them. They will finish at like 12. So I let them kind of like play whatever, or watch TV or play the video game, but you will probably hear them in the background. So let's get to the reason of this segment. So I wanted to talk about, another thing that I did this morning, or starting to work on, is my yoga rituals. I was writing down this morning my yoga rituals that I'm going to be doing in the morning, and my rituals that I'm going to be doing at night, and the ones on the weekend. Yeah, I think that's what I wrote down. So I wanted to add that too. Now let's get into this segment. So I had a conversation. I'm not sure if I don't really talk about my pops like that, but I didn't grow up with him. I grew up with just my grandma and my mom. I probably saw him twice when I was a kid, then again when I was 19. So we never really been around each other like that. And so he really doesn't know me like that, and I really don't know him like that. And so I have cut him off sometimes, started by talking to him, and it kind of came up again of why I kind of cut him off again, why I cut him off during the times that I did. And so as y'all know, I'm a spiritualist. I'm a spiritualist, what they would say a voodoo queen, voodoo priest, roots, not roots, but I can't stand that word because it's such a negative connotation. But, that's just how I see myself. You could say witch, spiritualist, an oracle, seer, all of those things. So he doesn't really agree. He thinks that stuff is devilish. He thinks that it's a part of Satan. And so I remember when I was staying with him for a little bit, I had some oracle cards and like some spiritual books that he just threw away. He didn't ask me what it was, where it came from, or anything like that. He just pretty much threw my stuff away. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And so we was having a conversation or whatever, because I'm trying to grow my channel and I'm trying to grow myself spiritually and heal through different mythologies and everything like that. So sound healing kept coming across me. So I've been researching sound healing for a minute, like for a while or whatever. So I got into the sound bowls. You know, I started off with the small brass ones, and so now I'm ready to graduate and going into the big sound bowls. You know, the white ones. They have different colors. They have some that are colorful. They have some that are just white. And so I told him that I was wanting to get those. And so he was telling me about, you know, how those things, how you, when you use those things, you're actually conjuring spirits, and it's the devil, and the devil was the one who was over the music. Like he was saying music was evil, and backmasking. I don't know how we got to that. I already knew about backmasking, but it just kind of like, it didn't bring my spirit down, because the older generation, they're not going to be on this anything. Like their only knowledge was, and their only base of faith was Christianity. So they are stuck in the Bible. Like it doesn't matter how much other information is out here, they're stuck in the Bible. I don't think they would even believe that there's rituals and spells and numerology and astrology in the Bible, just because they just don't believe that part. They look at the Bible one way, and it seems like every generation this happened, where every generation kept, you know, turning their back on the Bible every generation. But our old generation, it's like they're still stuck on it. Like you cannot change their mind. They are stuck in those ways, and they're stuck in that Bible. And it's kind of like that's the only conversation he want to have when he called me. And I don't like having those conversations, because we have two different faiths. We can still have two different faiths and be able to communicate, but it's like he want to completely try to convert me back, like into a Christian, or what's the other name? Hebrew Israelite, yeah, stuff like that. And I'm so past that. Like at this point, seriously, I am not claiming stuff on this earth from, like the whole African thing, the Hebrew Israelites. Like no, I came from spirit, period. I came from spirit, like deities. That is what I am claiming at this point. I'm not claiming no side of town. I'm not claiming none of that. Like I'm way past this physical realm. Like I'm way past this. So it's kind of like how I felt when he was saying that. I could have broke things down. I could have went into a deeper conversation, but it goes nowhere every time it happens. So, you know, I think when we got off the phone, he sent me something about a Tibetan singing bowl and how people use them for healing and for sound healing. And that's what I'm like telling him. Like, you have to read and you have to know what these words mean. Alternative medicine, alternative anything. That's my major right now. So anything alternative to what the norm is, that's what I'm interested in. So I told him, you know, I know you may not support, but this is what it is. This is what my spirit, my soul is leading me. And I feel like it doesn't matter, like, if we have parents that don't think that what we are, you know, practicing is real, that's fine. You don't have to practice it, but there's a reason why I am practicing spirituality and why I do rituals and why pretty much the same thing Christians do. I mean, they put spells on each other every single day. They open up their mouth, like they do it. But baby, mommy is recording, okay? Baby, mommy is recording. Close my door, please. Close mommy door. He did not close the door. I'll be up in a minute. Cut the TV off for me in the front room. Okay, cut the TV off for me. And so it's kind of like, where was I at? So I'm just like, it kind of made me upset, even though I try to be upset. But it's kind of like, you know, still you would want, you know, a parent or a family member to support you, but that's not a part of the equation anymore. Like how I grew up with the grandparents and how our generation grew up with grandparents. It ain't like that in this generation. Grandparents only get certain kids now. Grandparents only deal with certain kids. Like it's so backwards and so wishy-washy and one-sided. Like I can't stand it. It's so frustrating. Like my kids don't know about grandparents and about grandma and grandpa, even though, you know, one of them is still here, but they don't. Well, both of them are still here on one side, on both sides. At least one grandparent is here on both sides, but um, you know, grandparents don't give their children breaks anymore to get their grandkids, or it's no more family dinners or get-togethers or family reunions, things like that no more. We used to always hear about those, you know, back in the day, family reunions and barbecues, and you don't really hear about that anymore. And then this freaking Bible is what is really driving people apart, because the Bible thumpers really think that that is the way, the truth, the only way. Like they just feel like there's nothing else that you can learn from or pick up on, and if you do, it is part of the devil. But nobody shows, like, who the fuck is this devil? Like, where is he at? I mean, I don't know. To me, it seems like Jesus and the devil is the same people at this point, but you can't really tell them that or show them evidence how it is the same person. It's like they'll try everything to not want to believe that, because their whole existence they believed that Jesus is the Savior and all of this. So it's kind of like, it's frustrating to try to convince people of your faith. Like, that's very frustrating. I remember when I started off with spirituality, I didn't really have a lot of people who was really into what I was saying. It was kind of like, is this, right, what I'm doing? But then it's kind of like, you can't even think about that. You have to, do what makes you feel good, that's from your soul, what's helping you grow, what's helping you heal. Maybe people may not be accustomed to it at first, but eventually people will, like, wake up. But don't sit back and wait for them to wake up. You keep being an example, and then people will follow. But I just knew, like, when I told him that, I knew he wasn't going to support anything that I do, whether that's, doing crystals, doing sound bowls, making healing oils, anything like that. I know he's not going to support it. I mean, I know that at this point. But that still doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. Like, for a while, like, I didn't want to do it, because it's like, well, if I don't have support from family, why would I do it? Family or friends, why would I not do it? Well, then it's like, maybe it's time for you to start meeting new people and just getting, around people who are like-minded like me, which is not just spiritual people. I mean, creative people too. I don't know a lot of creative people like that. So I really want to start hanging around or being around or getting around creative people, who are artists like me, because we're really pretty much the ones that are really, like, misunderstood a lot. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that and what spirituality has taught me. Okay, spirituality has taught me how I can heal myself. The kids are in the background and they are just, like, screaming. Like I said before I was rudely interrupted, I've learned a lot in spirituality. Like, me hearing my mom speak to me when I was 13 years old, like, kind of like, well, it was before that. Like, it was before that, but it wasn't a lot of information out then. And I was pretty much under the age of 12, so there's no way I could have found this information like that when everybody else around me is, like, Christians. And so, like, the old generation, they kind of, like, failed us. It's really, we pretty much have to pick up the pieces and kind of, like, teach our children, the real way of living, how we're supposed to feed our body, what type of energy that you have around, how to protect your energy. We didn't learn any of that from our parents or from our grandparents. Like, we didn't learn any of that. And then that's why it's like we're so, like, messed up in the, like, mentally and emotionally, because we didn't know a lot of things that we know now. So now it's kind of like we got to backtrack and pick up where, I don't know, I guess we left off in our last lifetime, I guess, to right now. But this is probably going to be another part. Um, the message basically was just to go with what speaks to your soul, what helps you heal, what helps you to become a bigger, better person, what helps you succeed. Like, this Christianity thing is dead. That's a way for to to keep us separated and to fight against each other as into which book is the truth, which the book. There's a lot of truth in a lot of books if we would just read books. Like, there's a lot of information in books. There was a lot of hidden information in other books at that time that black people could not read. So why? Like, it's just so frustrating at this point. Okay, it's very frustrating, and it makes you not even want to share things with people about, you know, your plans and what you have. Because I think that was the second time I tried to search. Not even second time, but consciously, as I remember, that's like the second, third time where I've tried to share things, and it kind of got shunned, or it's kind of like a brush off thing, or like, you know, pretty much the same thing. So I guess I'll come and share with my gods and goddesses then, since anyways, this is not supposed to be long. I hope that everyone is taking care of yourself, you hugging yourself, taking your spiritual baths and stuff. And until next time, gods and goddesses, peace.